Hello, hi guys, happy Saturday. So we're gonna do something completely different. I don't know why this came to my mind. Well, I mean I do, but anyway. Olympics, right? The Olympics are going on, it's all the rage, what everybody's talking about. And I thought, okay, gold medal. What would a gold medal for crafting look like? And I thought, well, let's play around and see if we can figure it out. So I tried a couple different options of getting the gold on here, and I think I found one that works pretty good. However, you know, we can always fail at in the middle, but we're gonna try it. So I've got a wooden ornament blank here, and I'm gonna start off. And, you know, the hobby places, I got these last year, but the hobby places have their Christmas stuff out. So, if this, let's get that giant shadow out of the way. If this would be a really fun project for the kiddios to make their own. I don't know why I don't clean stuff up. Well, yeah, I do. It's because I'm lazy. It would be really fun for kids to make, but we're going to make a artsy crafty YouTuber themed one, and it's going to be super fun. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put down a layer of matte medium to kind of seal the wood a little bit, because I want our gold to really show up well. So I'm just using, this is just a silicone brush that I got at one of the art stores. It works really good for like decoupage and basically anything where you're trying to put down a pretty thin layer. I mean, you could do a thick layer too, you just don't press as hard. With something sticky that you know is gonna ruin your brush, because I kill brushes all the time. I still do it. Even with this, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna just use a brush, and then it gets hard and disgusting and is never good again. I'm just gonna use my finger to get that out. And that's part of the reason my fingers are always dirty, because I just, you know, whatever. Just use your finger. All right. So we've got that on. And we can hit it with the dryer if I can ever get this thing closed here. All right. Should be fast. Won't take long. Just a moment. Good. Those other bits will dry here in a minute. Lots of noise today because we're going to be doing embossing. So let's just use this side. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put down my base. Now you could use, I happen to have this this gold wax, and it's super cool and I love it. So this is what I'm going to use. You could use paint. You could just use ink if you want. It doesn't have to be a gold base. But I think it looks pretty cool. We're going to be using this over our embossing as well to get that color. And I'm hoping that this doesn't get too terribly messy. I'm hoping that it sticks. Well, with the other one I tried, it did. So I'm taking a gamble here with doing a whole one. I think once it dries, it does fine. I think. All right. So we need to decide if you had, why did I do that? this paper was supposed to be for catching our stuff, oh my God, our embossing powder. And I just made a big mess of it. We have another one. Okay. So, what kind of things did we want? I had never, Tony from Crafty by Tony just launched a really cool set of stamps. And one of the things in her demonstration makes, she had a text, a line of text, and she curved it. And I'm like, I can't believe, I've never seen anybody do that. And why have we not thought about that? So, in one of my stamp sets, I have these, I don't know, is it an olive leaf? I don't know, it's a branch of some sort with, yeah, it's something. And I thought, well, we need one of those at the bottom. So, let's start with that. I've got my big embossing clear. You can use regular ink and emboss over it if you want. I'm using this so that I can see that gold through it. That is not the way to do it. Don't turn your project, turn your stamp. The benefit to the embossing ink, one, it stays wet longer, so you have more time to get your powder on it. And two, it's clear, so your color will show through. Now, we're gonna put gold over the top of it anyway, so even if your color didn't go through, that's fine. And what really kind of surprised me about this, tapping it off, is that it doesn't stick to the wax. I'm just gonna give it a little blow. So I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it doesn't stick to the wax. I thought for sure the powder would stick to that to the wax, but clearly it's dry now. Let's get that a little bit out of the way so we don't, oh, this fly. And let's melt that down. I think I'm going to do all the stamping first before we go over it. All right, so, ooh, hot wood. Make sure you let that cool between. Here's a second piece of paper that I got so that we can, if we need to, let's pour over. I'm already seeing why there's a better way to do this. First, let's get all our business out of our way. What am I doing, man? I don't need this to be right by me. I need space to work. All right. Like I said, I don't know how this is going to turn out. It was kind of a whim of an idea, so extra off. We don't need to make any more of a mess than we already have. I think we'll go like this. All right, so that's as far as my thought process got, you guys. I didn't think about it any further than that. So let's make some decisions. So we got that. Do we have any that just say US? We're definitely gonna need some stars, clearly. Let's set that aside. We've got our 3 little stars. I think that fell out of the other one. We've got our 3 little stars here. We've got more branches if we need them. We could have a light bulb. We could have this guy. Oh, here, I think this is what I was thinking out of here. How about our strip? How about our star strip? I mean, we kind of need that, right? Maybe? Oh, I don't know how, if that, yeah. Oh, but it's gonna go over our other one. All right. Maybe not that. I don't know why this is so hard. We could put, well, we need a 1, that's for sure. How about something to note our time? What would be a good one to note our time? Any of these look like stopwatches? Not really. Maybe this is going to be harder than I thought. Ooh, good. Okay. Let's pull this guy out. And let's go with, oh, these are not sticking well. What was I thinking? Oh, guaranteed to be strictly high grade. That's for sure, right? If we're number 1, I wonder if we can curve this one a little bit. Let's try. It might be too thick. Might just be a little too, oh, I think we can. It won't be a lot, but we might be able to. Oh, maybe not. Come on, please. Just a little. Stick, stick, stick. What do we think? Oh, it's not exactly even. Let's see. I think we can. I think we can. It's not going to be perfect, but it is curved. All right, let's get it on there before it, no, don't come off. I'm going to hold it in place and hopefully we can get it on there before it pops back up. It is a little nerve-wracking because one wrong move. That's all right. It's a piece of wood, guys. We're gonna be fine. Tap. I do see that this stuck a little bit. And if you have little bits that you want to get off, you can very carefully, in fact, I'm going to use a pokey tool. You can use a brush. You got to be super careful to not brush off your actual letters. All right, let's scooch this back and let's hit it with a thing. Hit it with some heat. Let's get that back a little bit. We don't want to blow that all over. It's messy. It's messy enough. Now, when you can tell it's done, it starts to get, well, first it will start to get spotty, I would say, and it starts to get where you can't really see it. It seems to disappear a little bit, and then it gets shiny. And when it gets shiny like that and smooth, that's when you're done. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. My hand's bugging me this week, and I think I was in a week-long work event where we were working right on our laptops, and so I think that squashing my hands to type like this gave me a little bit of irritation or something. Okay, anyway, continuing on, is there anything else that we want off of here? We could go perfection down here at the bottom. Should we want, let's just see what it'll look like. That would be cool, but we have to have a number 1, right? And maybe even the NO for the number. I thought I had just a regular NO. I'm sure I do somewhere. Let's see. Now I wonder, so there's our 1, definitely yes. No, because the gold will still cover it up. I was wondering if we could do it in a slightly different color, like if we embossed in black, but I don't think we want to. I think we want gold. So there's our 1. Do we need a number? Like as in NO number? I don't know. I think we would be getting a little questionable. We need a finger. I know I have a small finger around here somewhere. Not that finger. I've got one of those too, but here's a small one. We need one, right? I don't know. Maybe we don't. Oops. What if we put that there and then will perfection fit underneath it? No. No, 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 no. Oh, we don't have any stars on there yet. Maybe we skip the finger. What about this? Can we put these stars on there? I bet we can get those stars on there. I don't know if we can get them at an angle a little or not. Let's try it. But it needs to be close. Like the tiniest bit of an angle, not a lot. I don't know if I can manage that or not. It would be like that. If we did that, would that still fit? I think it will. Let's see if we can get just the slightest bit more curve to this, because then it will sit. Let's see if we can figure out how to get that a little even. I'm trying to use my, for the love of God, why am I doing it on the side where I'm trying to see? Well, let's see. Maybe this will help see what we're doing. No, that doesn't help either. Okay, anyway, I'm using the grid lines here to set that in the center. And then I'm just scooching it up, and we'll get this end in the same spot as the other as much as we can. And then see if that will fit okay. I gotta pull it down here for a second. We're gonna try. And I think what I'm gonna do, I need a little piece of washi tape. I'm gonna attempt to not ruin it all. I'm gonna put a washi tape kind of block on it here, and then we can pull it off before we stamp. So we just get ink. I got that good? I think so. Let's go like this just in case. All right, I think now only our stars will get ink. We're gonna hold it down. This may turn out to be the silliest, most unuseful little project, but I think it's, I don't know, I just had an idea, guys. I thought it would be kind of fun. All right, that is well inked. Let's take this off. And let's go right here. Are we in the center? I think so. Pretty close. All right. Oh, this will be easier. All right, so this one, I did still have some inky areas. So let's, this one's gonna take a little bit more. I'm going to pull that off without touching my stars. Okay. Definitely fiddly. Got that. There's also a little bit there. And a little bit there. I'm looking at it at an angle. It makes it a little easier to see what got on other areas. So got a little stuck over there. All right, I think we're in good shape. So let's do this. Maybe I can show you at an angle. Okay, so there's, yeah, that helps. So there's the powder, not at all melted. There's the powder starting to melt. You see it lost that white color, but it's not shiny yet. And there comes that shine. I don't know if you can quite, there, that helps. Yeah. Okay. Again, hot, 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 hot. I am trying to make sure that I let it cool down between, because Oh, gross. That's slimy and disgusting. Because we're also reheating everything we've already done. So I'm just trying to make sure that we're not like overcooking. If you leave it on too long, it can get burnt. I'm not 100% sure exactly how you tell if it's burnt, to be honest. This one has a little bit of ink in a couple of places, although we're just going to be covering it with the wax, so it might not be a big deal. I want a smaller block for this guy. And he will still fit just fine right there. So I'm gonna put the center of him, I gotta use my guidelines here. Let's get him pretty centered. And then I can line up with that center, this center circle. All right, let's put our one. See what we end up with. And if you don't get a good stamp, you can just wipe it off. Try again. Of course, it is always easier to do it once, but not the end of the world if you don't like how your stamp is looking. I think I will go that way. See, I really don't have any. I think we're okay. Maybe down there it's far enough away. I feel like I can wipe it with my finger. All right, let's get that guy. Don't hold it there. Burn your fingers. There's our color disappearing. And here comes our shine. There we go. Got our shine. And of course you don't have to do all of this like embossing and all of that business. You want to do these, if you want to do these like with your kids or whatever, and don't want or don't have the embossing, just stamp it or draw on them. Let the kiddos draw on them. That would be fun too. But these are, you know, you can't make a junk journaling YouTube gold medal without all of our fun. All right, let's let that cool. And we need I'm thinking of the ribbon. What ribbon would we want? I don't think I have any striped ribbon. But let me look. Digging through the box. I could bring the box right here. I'm probably getting all ahead of myself here. This is what we need. And we also need some barn door. And we need to pick a blue. So that's way too light. Let's try these. We've got these, and then where's the other blue that I just purchased because it was on sale? We've got tumbled. We don't need lush. We're gonna try these three and see what we end up with. And we've got a whole load of this. So if we mess it up, who cares? We'll start small. All right. Moment of truth here for this guy. Let's see what we get. Well, do we just need to let it dry maybe? Did I rub too hard? I'm gonna be sad if we made just a big mess. All right, let's try this. We're gonna go a little bit more delicate. That's better. But you know, we're grungy folks, so if that happens, that's okay. So don't rub super hard. Oh, look at our little stars. Yeah, be delicate. The easiest way to not have a problem with it getting down inside is to not put it there to begin with. Can I clean some of that out? It kind of fills up the gaps, and then it's a little harder to see because this does have some weight to it, right? I probably should have tried some different oh my gosh, I look fancy. Just gonna dab that down a little bit because I got too much. I'm concentrating, guys. Concentrating. Got too much there. Remember how I said we don't have to be perfect? I need to take my own advice. Not have to be perfect. It shouldn't be perfect, right? I do want to see. One second. I have a thought of something else that might be helpful. Okay, I'm back with some Q-tips. Does seem to be taking some of the dark off in between there. I could just be imagining that, but it seems to be. Oh, I think it really is. So let's keep going with this, and we can add. Yeah, it is awesome. We can add more over the top with a lighter touch. That's better. Now, can we get some of this off so that it stands up out a little more to me? No. Okay. Well, that's good. It seems like the grimey's coming off, but the, well, whoa. I didn't even barely get anything on my finger. Looks like there's some spots that still need it. It's a little hard to tell. I think we might have salvaged our boo-boo. Super, super light touch is what you need. Okay, now let's let this off to the side to dry. And let's see I'm gonna use this. Well, first, here, let's just swatch some colors. That's probably not what we want. That's awful purple. None of it's really very navy, is it? I think this is super purple. I don't think we have any little blues. Just taking a look. No, we don't. Maybe this is the closest. Are we going to get so ridiculous that we're going to go like this? It might be a bit much, but let's see. Let's see if we can manage it. And we won't know if we don't try. So I'm just going to take my little brush here. I'm going to get me some ink and I'm going to go along. My brush is dirty. I'm just going to go along this edge here. See if we can't make our own little red, white, and blue. But in our grungy way. I'll add the darker just at the end, and then I'm doing probably more than we need, but it's easier to do it at once than it is to then try to come back and do it again. All right, let's go ahead and do the other side while we have it. I have no idea, guys, what this is going to look like when we're done. We're just figuring it out as we go. And you know what? If we hate it, we throw it, we toss it, or we save it for another project. And we grab some gold and just do gold. Nothing wrong. In fact, I'm not even gonna say there's nothing wrong with experimenting. It's not only not wrong, it's good. It's the good thing to do. Experiment. Let's experiment and see what we can come up with. I love taking an idea and just, or something that we already have, and just making it our own. All right, broken china out the way. Now, let's add to it, but let's do it down here. Okay, that might be a little too much. Maybe a little more subtle. Let's get some of the, yeah, I think that's what we want. Yeah, that's a, oh yeah, that's a great blue. Look at us. Look at us doing good. High five to us. Oops. We're just gonna add the littlest bit of that dark purple. Yep. I'm pleased with our own selves, guys. Let's be pleased with ourselves. You know what? We cut ourselves down all the time, don't we? And sometimes we just need to be pleased with ourselves. Give ourselves a break and then be proud when something works. that enough? Maybe just a touch more here. Yes. I like that. Oh, we need a touch more here. Build it up. Just gonna build it up. Any other not quite happy with it spots? All right, so there's that. There's our blue. Now let's see if we can clean this guy off, at least enough that we don't have and some barn door. It's our bright red, right? We don't want a super solid edge because, I mean, we could. If you want a solid edge, you could, let's see, what could you do? Maybe put some washi on it and to keep the center white. And then just go over the top. You're still gonna have some bleeding, I think, because this is fabric. Whoa. If we have some spots that are darker and some that are lighter, that's okay. This does not need to, nor should it look like something that we bought at the store, because we're making it ourselves. It's not super fast, but it's not super time consuming either. It's certainly a whole lot faster than driving all the way to the store to try to find red, white, and blue ribbon, I think. And it's homemade, one of a kind, fun, unique, customizable, I don't know. Pick a word. It's all of that stuff. And grungy and not perfect. Just want to get this a little darker. Is that? I kind of want it darker just on the edge. Can we do it like this? We can, and we will. I don't know if it's going to turn out how we want, but yeah, I like it. All right, let's do this side. There, that works all right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys, yeah. All right, let's see. A little bit tickled about that. All right, let's cut this and see what we end up with. What about if we just stick it through like this and it will look like a little bitty one? Do we want it like that, or do we want it? I think it, oh my gosh, guys, why is it so hard? I don't want to tie a knot in it. Let's see what it looks like if we poke it through in the back, towards the back, so that we have our band in the front. Now, I don't know if you remember last time we did this. I kind of hope not, because it was one of my very first videos and it's pretty embarrassing. But you have to be really careful with these little wooden pieces sticking up at the top. I'd say you could do it either way. I kind of like it like that. Let's see if we can straighten that out. Do we want to? No, because if we do, then we can't spread them out quite the same. There we go. Ha! We did it, you guys. How funny. Look at that. Guaranteed to be strictly high grade. #1. Now, is it overdoing it to put, well, we didn't do the back, but I was thinking about grunging the edge, but I don't know that we want to do that. I think we're going to leave it at this. So, fun little project for yourself or the kiddios. Olympic inspired. Happy Saturday. See you next time. Bye, guys.